went online to become a private detective. It was a private detective school online, and I paid online. And I never heard from them again. I thought to myself, I either got ripped off, or this is my first case. This is a journalistic podcast, Shannon. We vaccinate our listeners with answers. And I'm going to keep lip-syncing the important questions until TikTok gives me a show. Shannon, how can the moon landing be real if the moon itself is fake?
That's not true, Mike.
Oh, isn't it true, Shannon? You're fake. You're a hologram.
1 in 5 New Yorkers are food insecure. What's your solution for that, Mike?
Fortune cookie. Because that's food and advice at the same time. Shannon, at least have the decency to backstab me, okay? You stab me in the front every time. Some fans can't watch the podcast because they're triggered by our sexuality. And message to those fans, we will leak a sex tape right into your mouth.
This is Mike Vecchione Investigates.
And you're not better than me. Welcome to another episode of Mike Vecchione Investigates. We're coming in hot today. Guys, welcome. Thank you for joining us. You low-income whites who tune in, I love you. I love you, and I can't get enough. We had an incident, a little behind the scenes here. I'm going to reveal it. We couldn't find the remote control for the TV. And as a narcissist and a performer, I need to be able to see myself. And so does our guest, because we're hot and we're high level. And if we're not able to see ourselves because of some kind of miscommunication with the drug addicts here at Gas Digital, I flip out. I throw a tantrum, and I will lock myself in the Gas Digital bathroom. And I was getting very close to doing that and throwing a complete fit. And then it was, I don't know how the podcast would get made. You think this just gets made? It doesn't. There's a lot of time and energy that goes behind it. But if it's not right, I throw a complete fit. And I was about to lock myself in the bathroom. And Shannon, as she always does, comes through again and makes it work. Did we find the remote? No. Is it gone? Is it in somebody's, one of their orifices from a party that these drug addicts had the other night? Maybe. But that's not our place to judge them. Okay, we're doing a business, though, and we needed that remote for the business. Shannon figured out another way to do it, and now we're streaming, I think is the right term. My guest is unbelievable. She's a fantastic comic, and you guys should be thanking me up one side and down the other for bringing you not only the new talent that's coming in, but professional, high-level people who are already established, which is the case today. Hilarious. Carmen Lynch is with us, everybody.
Hi.
Welcome, Carmen.
I thought you were going to say not only the new talent, but the old
No,
talent.
I would have never thrown you under the bus.
Professional
like
is good.
Professional, established. We've been kind of circling each other comedy-wise for
Always
years
circling.
and years. I wouldn't call you a rival. I would call you a friend, but there is that, following you on stage last night.
Oh, come on.
And it's like, God, these jokes. I got to follow this now. And there's a little bit of bitterness. And I threw a shoulder into you as you were walking off. But I did say, see you tomorrow. But it was in that kind of like the way NBA players talk smack at each other.
I said that to you once. I said, it's very hard to follow you. Your jokes are so good. And then you started saying it to me. It's my line. I said it first.
You had me at it. It's very hard. Thank you. I'm sorry we didn't put these down.
Mine was down already. God. Mine was ready.
You were sitting over here, pre-show on the bench, as if you were waiting for me, like a coach, to call you in. Lynch, get in there.
Well, I
get
didn't
in
know
there.
what seat
Give me a
to
tight
sit
five.
on. I don't know what seat to sit in. I don't want to get all comfortable.
Right.
And then you're like, you need to move, lady.
Do you feel comfortable in this business? First question.
Yes, I do.
Do you feel comfortable?
Yeah. In this business with you.
Oh.
I'm not going to say I'm comfortable if HBO walks in and wants me to,
You're ready, though.
I think
Carmen.
so.
I think you're ready,
it's
too.
About time.
I think you're so ready
Come
right now.
on.
And our fans are ready for Carmen. And I know it's not plugs right now, but I want to say that you're taping an hour. And what's the date on it, and where can people get tickets?
Monday, June 26th at the Comedy Cellar Village Underground, 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock. Please come to both or one. If you're going to pick one, pick the 10.
Yeah.
The 10 o'clock, I think, will be a little loosey-goosey because
Yeah.
I've already done it once. Don't
Killer.
you
I
think?
saw some of the set last night, and it's just killer. So make sure you find your way to the Village Underground on that Monday. What arrogance for you to shoot it on a Monday, though. I love it.
Yeah, like I'm
love
like,
it.
I'll sell out on a Monday at
Yeah.
10.
Yes.
Come on, please come. Please.
Yeah, you don't have to beg them because
They
the
come?
proof is in the proof is in your act.
Also,
Yeah.
none of my late nights, Letterman, not Leno, Fallon, all those, none of those jokes are in there, okay? These are jokes that are a little disturbing.
Yes.
And they're dark and they're inappropriate. I've gotten, from
Oh, you're
people.
talking to the right people.
So
look at these
please.
low-income whites and make it,
You want
make your-
cancer, strokes, and Jesus? I'm your gal.
Is that the name of it?
No, but
Okay.
that's
That
kinda
pretty is
fun.
pretty great.
I'm not going to tell you the name. I have a name, and
Right.
I actually Mark Norman is the only one because I randomly was at the cellar, and he goes, "What are you going to call it?" And I said, "Blah blah blah,"
Wow.
blah.
Why
And
did you tell him? Because he has more of a following?
than you? Yes. No, because I wasn't even doing the special then.
Right.
He's the one who inspired me because he
Yeah.
goes, "I know who you need to call, Jason Katz." I'm plugging Jason, and he's done a lot of specials.
Right.
So. That night I was like, what are you waiting for? COVID is over.
COVID is over.
So
Is that the name?
COVID is over.
Did I catch you?
And Jesus. COVID
And
is over and Jesus.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Fantastic. We can't wait for it. The fans, come out. You're going to see some great, she's one of the best. She's a killer.
No pressure. Thank you.
No pressure, because you have it. You have the act. We were talking about it on the way over here before you were hitting on me, which my girlfriend, and you were like, where do you live? Where do you live? I was like, calm down. Keep it in your pants.
Well, I can't stop flirting with you.
I just love
I
saying
know.
keep it in your pants to women
Yeah.
because it's gender.
It's harder to keep
It's
it in
harder
your
to
pants.
keep it in your pants because
Yeah.
it's like, it could,
It's harder to come out of your pants, so it's harder to push it back in.
well, it could leak out.
Yeah.
Is that something?
But that's kind of gross
But keep your
versus just a vagina just hanging out.
well, not to get too weird for our fans here, but this is medical. Keep your ovulations in your pants. I know.
That would you say that to a girl if she was like leaking, if she had her period?
Mm-hmm.
Would you say instead of like you have a splotch, you'd say keep your ovulation in your pants?
I think that's more the medical way to do it, and I don't agree with the word splotch. That's
did I
an
say
ugly,
that?
Yeah, you said splotch. That's an ugly,
What
ugly
a weird
term.
word. I thought I said like, I don't know, circle.
Do you use that in your act?
Splotch?
Can they expect the word splotch?
No,
No,
they
this is your
can't.
camera.
Okay.
Please don't. That's mine.
Okay, fine. Don't look at
Okay.
mine then.
I'm not going to look
Don't,
at yours,
stop.
but I was directing you to
Okay,
it.
all
It's
right.
like sexy, sexy.
I didn't know I was supposed to wear my sunglasses on the show.
Well,
you didn't tell me.
I went Hollywood on you.
Yeah.
You're promoting something. It's going to the stars. It's going big time. And this is big time.
Is George Clooney watching?
He could be.
Please come to my show.
My idea is that we all audition into people's ring lights, their doorbell ring, these directors. We audition into it. And then the next day when they're looking at footage about who did damage to their bushes or whatever, they see a performance that's heart-stopping, and they call your agent, and then boom, you're in a Scorsese film.
Wow.
Is that great? The ring doorbell.
Yeah.
You audition into the ring doorbell.
But I can't do that because that's your way. I got to think of a different
Mm-hmm.
way.
My way or the highway?
I think I want to make someone trip and then help them up.
Oh, really?
Do you like that?
Yeah, but it's all caught on video?
Sure. Or
Okay.
no, I'm a famous person trip and then I help them up.
Okay.
I think that's how Caroline Kennedy and JFK Jr. met. I think they met in the park.
The trip? The fake trip?
I think so. Yeah.
Is it a fake trip or do they really trip?
They probably really tripped.
Okay. Well, those people usually have stunt doubles.
That's true.
And what if you rescue the stunt double and you're like, get away from me, you nobody, once you figure it out?
I don't know where this is going.
Wow. Carmen, our fans are like out of bed now.
Oh, stop it. No,
No,
it was
because you're showing
a cat.
well, no. It is a cat.
Mm.
It is a cat that's on your chest.
Well, it's a little bit lower.
Okay.
I mean, my boobs aren't there.
Right.
Right there.
Okay.
So, anyway. I've been working out, though. Can you tell? I've been trying to work out more.
I am seeing that.
You
right
are?
now. And any skin for our fans, most of them incels, drives them wild.
This is all they're getting. I'm not
Are
showing.
you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure? But you're going to say that now?
Yeah.
But once I start charming you a little more,
Yeah.
you think the clothes will come off? Because that's been my experience.
Look, just because I asked
Pre-Katie.
you where you lived doesn't mean I'm going to take my
I think
top
you were
off.
trying to get it.
Not at the Dunkin' Donuts. I wouldn't be so bold.
I think that's the perfect place. I think that's the perfect place.
What about turkey?
I ordered according to my size, medium.
Did you ever tell? Oh, you did, because you told Kyle. You told about our turkey experience.
No, I had Kyle on and we really hashed it out. But I went to Turkey with you and Kyle.
Yeah.
So how was?
And we had a bath. But
we
not
had
together.
We had a bath together. We did it pre-earthquake. There was a massive earthquake over there.
That's right.
That didn't even get headline. It was like third after, like the Real Housewives, and it was buried in the headlines. Like massive amounts of people died. It's like such a tragedy. Because of our newspaper, it gets like, it's on like the third page. It was insane.
But back to us again.
Back to us in Turkey.
If we were in that bathhouse and there was an earthquake.
Okay, let me set it up. We go to get massages. And we go, Kyle goes, can we get them all together? And the guy goes, yeah, sure. But because of a time difference, I wanted to go to the something market, and you guys wanted to work out, or there was something like that. It was a time discrepancy. You guys went early, and I ended up going late. And then when we met back up, we discussed it, and it would have been a free-for-all naked massage orgy.
It was
going
a
on.
giant room with 2 or 3 baths. I don't know what I mean, I'm sure there was another one for you.
Well, did you sit in the sauna first? Because I did that. I warmed up for the massage.
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
But I remember I walked in first and she ripped off my towel because they said, take off all your clothes.
Can you say it slower? Ripped off your
towel.
Oh my God.
But here's the difference. In America, well, I guess they don't mind here. They don't mind here either, but usually leave your like underwear on. Right? But they were like, go nuts, take off everything. And she ripped off my towel as like literally right before Kyle walked in.
Yeah.
And I've known Kyle for 15 years.
Yeah.
And she's never seen my bush.
Yes.
And she saw me spread eagle. And I have a smaller, like I'm not like from the 70s.
Was
you know
it
what
neatly?
I mean?
Was it neatly
It was neat
crocheted?
and clean, crocheted, everything, knitted, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's still a shocker when you know someone that long and you've never seen their thing.
Well, what are some of the things that she could have said to that? I don't know what she actually said, but let's go through some that she could have said. What is this? The 70s?
No, she would have been like. She would have been like, this was the 90s.
It was the 90s?
I mean, the 70s. Come on, give me more credit. Than that.
All right.
It's even better now because it's all like trimly lasered.
You probably learned your lesson from that experience. You never know who's going to see you completely naked.
I mean, if anyone's going to see me naked, it should, besides my boyfriend, Kyle would be like a good person.
A good second?
Yeah, because she doesn't care. I've seen her naked, mostly naked.
Okay.
And then a second later, she's naked and her lady's going faster. And
Did that make you jealous?
No, because I want it to last longer. So I'm getting a massage. She's done with her massage. Now she's pouring oil on her fucking body.
Because you guys are lesbians and you want it to last longer, do you think about baseball like straights?
I wear flannel shirts, all that stuff.
Okay, so you get naked. Your towel is ripped off. Kyle walks in with a pizza?
With a towel.
Okay, she walks in with a towel. And then what happens? Slow it down for our fans.
And then she gets naked.
Okay.
Now we're both naked.
Okay, but okay, slow down. She comes in with a towel. You're naked, so you're a little bit more vulnerable now.
Yes.
Did you?
Yeah.
Were you smelling a Gwyneth Paltrow candle? What were you doing? Your towel was ripped off. You're vulnerable in that moment. She has a towel on. Slow it down for our fans. And then what was that moment like? Describe
I was like, it was just, oh dear God, please let this just move forward.
Right.
Like let keep walking, Kyle, keep walking. But then
keep it moving.
Keep it moving.
Once you get a camera and take a picture, it'll last longer. Did you feel like that?
Thank God her phone was in her locker. No, we had everything in our lockers. You can't bring anything in there because they're going to pour water and oil on you.
Right.
So then they start pouring.
Wait, hold on for a second. I have to slow you down because you're going too fast for our
keep your pants on, people.
Keep your pants on. Okay, so she walks in, and there was probably a moment there. I'm going to break down the moments. There was probably a moment there where you felt embarrassed and she felt empowered.
Yes.
Because she had a towel on and she looked down on you like, aha, I got you right where I want you, vulnerable. But then did you kind of after that little bit of uncomfortability, did you start putting your chest out to go, I'm taking the power back. I'm empowered, and you're the one who's out of line by keeping a towel on.
Well, this is what I thought. I go, oh, she's probably going, I see how you treat your bush now.
Right.
You know? And then I'm like, well, I'm going to see you from the side. That's not a very good angle. At least mine is like bird's eye. Everything looks younger when you're looking from the top down. You know?
And so you kind of owned it there.
I owned it right there. And then
you felt her kind of back down a little bit.
I knew immediately that this moment when she walked in was going to be our first conversation as soon as the 3 hours. You know, it was a 3 hour long thing.
It was a 3 hour tour.
As soon as the 3 hour tour was over, that was going to be our holy shit.
Okay.
You saw my bush. I didn't get to see yours except from the side.
Okay, well, now let's slow it down for our fans who are listening to this intently, to say the least. Your towel is off, and then what happens to her towel? Does she throw it off?
No, the ladies yank it off.
The lady takes her towel off.
They take
now
it
you're
off.
both naked,
Now we're
and
both
it's a
naked.
stare down. Did you guys try to wrestle? Was there a pillow fight for fans?
No, listen.
Okay,
I want to go crazy for the fans.
Yeah,
but we we were like dead. We were like almost doing snow angels.
Okay, were you led by your respective people to tables?
Stay down. No, it was like, it's just like this table. Look at this table. Look at the size.
Yeah.
And we're both lying on it naked.
On the same table?
On the same counter.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but it has a little bit of a dip and a drain because you want all the oils and the suds. Do you remember the suds?
Yes.
They rub your suds. They rub them all over your body.
Okay, can I say something? I had a woman do mine.
Yeah.
And I didn't get naked right away. I was in my underwear for a while. And then afterwards, she stands me up. You know, she's just saying fragments of words. And she stands me up, and then she goes, off, underwear off. And
did you get an erection?
I wasn't sure. I was still soft. And but I wasn't sure about this. I'm like, is this part of it? In another country, you don't know what the customs are.
Also, they probably treat every customer differently.
Right.
They probably wanted to keep your pants on to keep that suspense going.
Right.
You know, because if they're like rip it off immediately,
yeah.
they're just bored. But you have this intrigue about you.
Yes.
I bet you were wearing your sunglasses.
That's a great point, but I did not try to Hollywood her. No. So I
you want to laugh so hard? Because your dimples just came out of nowhere.
My dimples.
Yeah, they're like, I want to laugh, but I can't.
Both sets of dimples were on display that day.
Oh yeah. Where's the other set?
In my backside.
Okay, I just wanted to picture it.
Okay, I'm glad you did.
Okay.
This smoke break is brought to you by YoDelta.com, the official Getting High sponsor of the Gas Digital Network.
Okay, so I take it off and I go, well, this is going to go where it's going to go. You know, you're in another country. Do you ever hear the expression, when in Rome?
Yes.
I replaced Rome with Turkey.
With Ankara.
Yes, that's where we were.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Ankara. Which is the capital.
Yeah.
So I go, you know, if this is the custom, then this is the custom. I will get naked.
Would you have stopped her from doing anything?
Yes.
What would you have stopped her from doing?
Anything when if she was massaging my body, that's within the limits of what I was paying for. But if she decided to get a little sneaky down there, I would have put a stop to it. I think there should have been a code word, a safe word.
I'm sure there is in Turkish.
I would have yelled, shawarma! Shawarma!
Shawarma means go all the way.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
It's the opposite.
Okay, but seriously, why did you have to take your pants off if she wasn't going
because
to touch
she was
you
doing
down
the
there?
whole because she was doing the whole thing of like, you know, they're massaging you, but first sudsing you up, which I believe is the correct expression.
Don't forget the oils.
Oils sudsing
my
you up,
favorite.
and then throwing.
Yeah.
Throwing stuff, throwing waters on you. Now, were you?
Yes, I love that.
Were you and Kyle talking during all of this?
No, we can't talk. It was very like serious.
Yeah.
It was very serious. And I would peek, though. I wanted to peek, not to look at her naked body.
Yes.
But to see if that woman was still going faster. I was so curious. I was obsessed with wait, what's next? Because I could just look and I would know what's next.
Were the people talking, the massagers talking to each other?
In their own language.
In their own language.
I don't know what they're saying. What if they're like, I don't like her tits?
Right.
You don't know what they're saying.
Did you feel judged? Did you feel judged?
Not immediately.
Okay.
Not immediately.
Did you feel like there was a comparison? Because you have a great body and you're beautiful, and so is Kyle.
Yeah.
So was there kind of
You can't say both. You have to like one of us more.
No, I don't. I was with you guys all the time, and you guys are both very, very hot. But was there some competition there?
I think so, because I'm twice her size. You know that's true. She's like this tall. And my legs pretty much hang off this counter, this bathtub counter thing we were on.
Are you saying you're more of a model and she's more of an
ballerina
assistant to a model?
She could be a ballerina or
She could be a
gymnast.
ballerina.
She could be a jockey for a horse.
If anything we've learned in recent times, women can do whatever they want, including be astronauts.
I could not be a jockey. Do you see me on a horse?
Yes.
No.
But women can do anything.
Okay, fine.
Isn't
but
that
it would be very uncomfortable to be a jockey at this size.
Right.
You know, and a gymnast? Are you kidding? I wanted to be a gymnast. People laughed at me.
But do you know the narrative that's being pushed now that women can do whatever they want?
Yeah,
and
but
you are kind of throwing a monkey wrench into that.
I'm being honest.
That's going to get you canceled.
I'm being very honest. I have proof.
Are you swearing on an imaginary Bible?
I was tried to be a gymnast. No joke.
Right.
I was on the balance beam.
Yeah.
I was on the parallel bars. I was in the 6th grade.
Did that get your...
Can't do it.
Did that get your goat? I know we're talking about turkey, so I'm saying goat. Did it get your goat that Kyle was a successful gymnast and you weren't, and that was running through your head as you were both naked on a table being sautéed?
She was a dancer.
A private dancer?
A special dancer.
A special dancer.
Not like a private dancer, but she was a backup dancer.
Shout out Tina Turner. She passed away.
Yeah. Shout out to her. And Robert didn't mean to turn you on. That's who Kyle danced for sometimes.
He died a while ago.
Yeah,
he
but
died
what's his name?
Tina Turner just died. Robert Palmer.
Whatever. Tina Turner, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I could never be a dancer, like a hot dancer.
Right.
Can you imagine me on a pole? A stripper pole?
I wasn't before, but now I am that you said it. It's like, don't imagine a purple elephant. Don't imagine a purple elephant. And now I'm imagining a purple elephant.
I'm as long as the pole. I can't dance on a pole.
No, but I think this is your way of like, you're still kind of hitting on me right now, where it's like, don't imagine me naked on a pole. Don't imagine me
I never
naked
said
on a pole.
naked.
And it's like, but it's kind of what you're doing. Like you're planting a seed, and it's like, oh, don't imagine it. Do imagine it.
Can you see me with a coat on?
Here.
Did you see me?
You're in a committed relationship. I'm in a committed relationship. It's like there's a lot of chemistry, and we can't deny it. And the TV wasn't working, and now it is. And it's like that chemistry that we're having.
The lenses.
Where do you live? Where do you
cloudy. They're hot. They're smoky. The lenses. I can't speak. What? I'm Spanish. I can't ever say what I want to say.
You can do your act you speak fluent Spanish.
Sí, señor. Y voy a hacer mi comedy special el 15 de julio en Barcelona.
Unbelievable.
So do you have Barcelona fans?
We have fans all over the globe.
Please, but they probably don't speak Spanish. Tell
the
your
low-income
Spanish
whites
friends.
speak everything. Yes, they do.
Tell your Spanish friends, Barcelona, the 15th of July.
Let's keep with this story because our fans are titillated. It gets done.
Yeah.
What's it like afterwards when you and Kyle are both looking at each other? And I think we went to dinner that night.
Yes.
Which cost $40. It was very cheap in Turkey.
Well,
I'm going to go there if I need open heart surgery.
First of all, let's talk about the massage being like $60 for 3 hours.
It was insane.
3 hours.
It was so great.
And then we ate. And I don't know if this was the same day. No, this was a different day. This was in Portugal now.
Right.
You and Kyle and I and our leader, we went to dinner.
Right.
And the day before, I got E. coli. I know it's E. coli because I did some research.
Did you?
Do you remember when I couldn't go out with you guys?
That's right. I do remember that. Yeah, you stayed in the room. We were on the base in Italy by then.
In a base.
Yes.
Oh, that's what it was. Italy.
It was Italy.
It was Italy, not Portugal.
Yeah, blame the Italians for everything.
I know, but it was the Italians.
Yes.
So did you ever shit and throw up at the same time?
Yes.
It's the worst.
It really is.
Especially in New York, it works because the bathrooms are so small that you can like aim into the sink and the toilet.
Right.
But on a military base,
you have to be really disciplined, much like the military.
Yeah. You have to be like, which one do I want to do first?
Right.
Do I want to shit or do I want to throw up?
I think I brought you something. Did I bring you food? I brought you something. Laundry detergent?
Maybe
Something.
Maybe ginger ale.
Yeah. Yes, it was ginger ale.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah, you brought me more than Kyle did. And
I
I'm
know.
like, who's my friend? Like, she barely brought me anything.
Right.
Yeah, I think it was just you who did stuff.
I think that she thought she was treating you by letting you see her naked, and that was enough. And it's like, Kyle, how about don't be so full of yourself? Like, help your friend.
She's never going to do anything else for me because she's going to be like, you saw me naked.
You saw me naked, and you saw her
years.
naked,
Yeah.
and now you guys have the goods on each other.
And also, yeah, we can bribe each other. I'll tell everybody about what I saw.
Yes.
If you don't give me more ginger ale.
Right.
So, but anyway, so I had massive problems down there with the butt, I mean. And then we went to this amazing restaurant, this meat restaurant.
You recovered?
And I couldn't eat anything. I barely ate there. You guys ate like a lot.
We're talking two different places. We were in Portugal.
That's true.
We were in Portugal where we went to a Brazilian steakhouse in Portugal. Who would have thought that's a left turn? And it's one of those places where you put the green, you have a green tag and you put it up and they keep bringing you meat. Yeah. And then if you put it red, they stop bringing you meat, which I think every restaurant should have. Just keep bringing me food until I turn the tag around. That way there's none of this back and forth with, excuse me, and you have to get the waiter's attention. It's like, that's so troublesome.
It's a waste of time.
It is a waste of time.
Also,
I'm trying to eat nonstop here.
You did, because I remember the next day you got meat sweats.
Wow.
You got meat sweats.
I did have the meat
sweats. And I didn't know what meat sweats were. Yes. That's like a real You're like, I couldn't sleep. I had meat sweats all night. I'm like, how much fucking meat did you have?
Yes. And I had a lot of meat.
Yeah. I mean, I get the sweats a lot, but not from meat.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was an amazing... What did you think overall of the trip? I thought it was amazing. Remember, we went to a mosque and you guys had to go upstairs because you were women, and I went downstairs with the men and sat Indian style.
You got to go to the main room.
I got to the main room.
We're like...
You guys went upstairs.
Side pieces that have to go upstairs and hide with our shawls on.
You had to hide your hair. And I had to take my shoes off.
And we watched you from the side.
Yeah, you guys were watching me.
We were a little jealous because that's not fair that women can't go in there.
It isn't fair.
And you were checking your phone, which was disrespectful.
No. I was trying to get a video without being disrespectful. I was trying to get a video of the mosque because I thought it was beautiful that everybody was praying together, all of the men.
But when
who knows what the women were doing up there? Probably drinking wines.
Not checking our phones. We wouldn't do that.
What were you guys doing up there? Gossiping?
Praying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wasn't sure. I wasn't up there. I wasn't allowed up there. I had to stay with the men. And I was doing Christian prayers, which is probably...
So you were praying to Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. A lot of that in my special, everybody. So
a lot of Jesus in your special?
A lot of Jesus. I grew up with a very Catholic family.
Okay. Because your mom is Spanish from Spain.
Correct.
And your father is
American
German
from America.
Is he German background?
No, Lynch is Irish.
Lynch is Irish.
Yeah. So
and how does an Irish from America and a Spanish from Spain get together?
Oh, it's romantic. Are you ready? Are you sure you want to hear this?
Is there a bull involved?
A bull? Let's put one in.
Okay.
Let's put one in.
I'm ready for it, and our fans are buckled up,
too. Oh, my gosh. Oh, I have... Okay.
You did tell me this before, I think, because it's a crazy story.
Okay. So my mom didn't speak any English. My dad didn't speak any Spanish. Okay. So my dad's in the Navy. His ship docks in Barcelona.
Right.
He walks into a loungy kind of dance place.
Okay.
Picture West Side Story, but smaller.
Right.
Okay.
I'm with you.
And they're wearing their uniforms. They're not wearing leggings and tights and snapping,
right.
But they're wearing their military Navy uniforms.
Hot.
And they go talk to my mom. My dad goes, I don't know.
What's your mom doing there?
She lives there. She's
hanging out at the nightclub?
with her friend. She's a nurse.
Okay.
And she's hanging out in her hometown.
Yeah. Happy hour?
I mean, I don't know what time it was.
Okay. Different time.
But
men in uniform. Can I stop you there?
Yeah.
Are you turned on by that?
Not my father.
Okay.
But
No. I wasn't trying to go there.
Okay. Well, now we went there.
Okay. We went there. But men in general in uniform.
I think it's hot, but it doesn't have to be a military. It could be like a
crossing guard. Are you turned on by it? Guy can get you across the street.
I'm way more attracted to like a firefighter.
Okay.
That's hot. But even those onesies that like, hot. I'm not trying to say I date an exterminator. Maybe I would. Who knows? But sometimes they come in those little like onesies, those like astronaut looking onesies. Yeah. Those are hot.
Those are hot too. And that guy's protecting you from bugs, which is big in Shannon's world.
Yeah.
It is Shannon hates bugs and loves men in uniform.
I can't see her.
Who can fight.
Yes. But also they're not disgusted. by bugs, which
Right.
to me is a huge plus.
Yeah.
Because there's two things I don't do in my house. Two reasons I have a boyfriend.
Right.
Clean up roaches
Yeah.
and unclog the toilet.
Okay.
Because
Those
I
are
will
the
not
only
do those two things.
You will not do those two things.
No. It'll stay clogged. I'll just go to the landlord's house and do it there.
Oh, I thought you were just going to just go to the bathroom on the floor.
No, I'd go downstairs.
Oh, you go downstairs.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you're civilized then.
Yeah.
Mike,
But-
I hate to interrupt the story.
Yes.
As you guys are talking about your trip to Portugal, Turkey, etc. I was trying to scroll through your Instagram. It's so far back to find pictures of you guys, and I found this video, and you're like salivating over the meat, and I just want to share it real quick.
Yes.
Put the sound on. Okay. Oh, there's no sound.
Oh my
But
God.
it just you're
Kyle
so
took this.
happy. Just
Look
the
at
way you're
that.
looking at it with love in your eyes.
I didn't know how to approach it.
Oh my God.
I have to take the tongs, and he puts it up there. Oh my God, that church is awesome. That was awesome. That was Portugal.
Same glasses.
Same glasses in Portugal.
Wow. You don't lose
Yeah.
glasses. Oh,
And that's us.
That's us.
That's us.
That's our leader.
Yeah, and you took that one selfie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kyle was our leader.
The other girl.
Oh, the other girl was was
our leader. Yeah,
contact.
yeah.
She was our leader. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fantastic. I mean, what a trip! It was really unbelievable.
Yeah.
Um,
Back to my parents.
yeah, I'm sorry, I lost track.
Rude. Anyway.
So I have questions along the way. Is that all
Okay,
right?
yeah, please.
Okay, so men in uniform, exterminators. Shannon, would you ever go for an exterminator?
I don't hate it. What I'm worried about is them bringing things home.
Ah, good point.
Right.
Yeah.
What if he was an exterminator and then you found out it was all a lie and he was just cheating on you? Would that be better?
No.
Okay. Just wondering. We have to put these pretend scenarios, for downloads.
But
Anyway,
astronauts
okay.
again are in the top with the onesie. Go ahead. The onesie really.
I mean, astronauts. I mean,
Yeah.
what do you want? Okay, so your dad shows up. He's on leave.
He's on a tour.
He's on a tour.
He's on a deployment.
He's defending the country.
Defending the country.
And your mom is a nurse, pre-COVID, and she's at at a lounge.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. And I don't know who talks to who first.
Right.
I think it's my father.
No one can speak the other language.
No, but
Okay.
my mother is sitting with her friend who can speak English. So she becomes translator.
Ooh.
For
Translator of love.
Translator of love from my dad and my mom. Yeah.
Let's if you were pitching this to Hallmark,
Okay.
would that be the name of it? Translator of love. Is that the name of your special? Do we figure out the name of your special?
With Jesus. Translator of love with Jesus.
Translator of love with Jesus overseeing it. We need to word that better.
Oh, okay, fine.
Okay, but
Yeah.
your mom's friend is the translator.
She speaks English.
What is said?
I don't know, but there's enough that my father invites my mother to a party on the ship.
Ship party?
Ship party. Navy ship party. Wow. Yeah.
A cruise, basically. Does the ship
Does
leave?
not move.
doesn't
I don't
leave the
think it
port?
moves.
Okay,
I don't know.
that
These are
doesn't
good
count.
questions.
That doesn't count as a cruise.
I'm going to ask my parents next week when I see them. Okay. So now that my mom, I think she, at first she was like, no, very proper,
Yeah.
traditional
Catholic.
No, I'm not going to go with a man I don't know.
Right.
On a boat with a bunch of men.
The guts on this guy to ask her to come and just be with the Navy. It's a good branch, though.
No,
It's a good
It is a
branch.
good branch.
You don't want to go, with the Coast Guard, but you would go with the Navy.
I would go. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. You really hate the Coast Guard.
No, I don't. They're all heroes. Memorial Day.
Happy Memorial Day. Anyway, so I can't remember if she goes to the party. I don't think she goes to the party, but they basically, in a nutshell, I know you don't like to rush your audience.
Yeah.
But I have to explain that in a year and a half, they only went out 4 times. And the 4th time in that year and a half was a proposal. And in between those 4 times, letters, no email, lots of letters.
Wow.
So how do 2 people who don't speak each other's language write? It's got to be stick figures and pictures. Don't you think?
How did they write? Because they have a translator, so you can't write personal stuff. Because the translator knows everything. Much like seeing your friend naked in a massage.
It's very similar.
This is coming full circle.
But listen,
Yeah.
I asked my mother for the letters. You know
Yeah.
what she said?
What?
Can I do her accent, or is that like racist? No, I can't do it.
No. You're Spanish.
I'm Spanish.
You're Spanish. You can do
I
it.
don't know where they are. She knows where they are.
She knows where they
she
are.
Knows. She
She's
doesn't want
holding
to
out.
See them. I know.
This is an investigatory podcast, and I think it's just wrong when you ask your mom a question. Where are your personal letters?
That I should be allowed to see because you brought me into this world.
Right.
Yeah.
And but what if there's sexy stuff in there that you?
There's no
might
way
not...
they're sexy. They're
No?
Catholic. No.
But your dad's not. Your dad's
My dad's super Catholic.
But he's a Navy guy. Those Navy guys are just.
I don't know if they're all like that.
He didn't know if he was going to make it out of the war. Was there a war at the time?
There was. He went to the Vietnam War, but that was a submarine. That was a submarine.
Okay, well, people have emotions underwater. The water doesn't stop people from having emotions and having all kinds of feelings.
Yeah.
And so the fourth time was a proposal. Are you saying that in this day and age with us, like people, we overthink everything? I think that's what you're trying to say. Do we overthink everything? Your parents just did it clean cut 4 times, marriage proposal, and your mom said yes immediately?
Yes, she did.
Okay.
She wanted that American meat.
Right. Woo.
Now listen.
This took a turn.
This is not overthinking.
Yeah.
There's nothing else to do. There are no phones. There's no Tinder.
Yeah.
You know?
I like
when
that.
do you find a good man? Not often.
Right. And how did she know he was a good man after 4 dates?
You know what? She kept throwing this at me when I was dating someone. When I was looking for a husband, not a husband, but when I was trying to date someone seriously.
It's called a partner now.
A partner, thank you.
Allow me to correct you.
She said, why don't you date someone that everyone likes? And I go, what do you mean? And she goes, everyone at the Navy told me how great Mike was.
Right.
His name is Mike, like you. And I was like, I'm not going to meet a guy and then like go find his friends and you can tell me if he's
No,
great.
but it's all done on the internet now. I think what she's talking about is Carrot Top. You should date Carrot Top. Everybody likes him. No one has anything bad to say about him.
Well, I think he's taken.
Okay.
Anyway, that's how it happened. And to top it off, I'm going to skip. You could ask me questions, but I got to tell you this before I forget.
Yeah.
Where am I doing my Spanish comedy festival? Spanish comedy special. At the place they met.
Are you really?
Mm-hmm, it's the same place. There was 3 rooms.
The same lounge?
The Jamboree. There's a Jamboree 1, 2, and 3. I'm at the Jamboree 3. Now,
What's
they met
Jamboree mean?
I don't know, party.
It's a party.
Not yeah.
I thought the Jamboree was the name of a room.
Oh, no. It's the name of the club. It's like
club.
like pretend it's the Cellar 1, 2, and 3. Okay. It's the same owner.
Yeah.
So I'm in the Jamboree 3, but they met in the original Jamboree.
And you're shooting a Spanish special in the place where your parents met.
Yes.
That's unbelievable.
Crazy, right? Wow. So.
But I want to go back to something you said earlier. You said there was no Tinder. Imagine there was Tinder in a submarine.
You get fish.
You get fish. You get other people who are around.
Oh my God. You get a scuba diver and stuff.
Yeah.
A mermaid. You'd get a mermaid.
You would get a mermaid.
Yeah, you would.
Yes. That's a great point.
That is a really good idea. But also, I think it must have been very difficult for my father because he was 6'2". He's like 5'11" now. But he was 6'2" in a submarine. I've been in those submarines. You know when they come and they like hang out and they let you go in the docks of New York.
Yeah.
And I'm like, those are hard to get in and out of
That's
as
a small
tall
man's
person.
game.
Yeah.
That's a small man's or woman's game.
That's a Kyle game.
It's Kyle game.
Yeah.
Kyle is little like me.
You're not that little.
Short king.
Oh, that's right. You guys love that now.
We rebranded.
Listen, I love short. I dated a lot of short guys.
Yes,
short guys,
you did.
Short guys are fun.
Yeah.
And they're funny.
Yes.
And they don't care if you wear heels.
No.
Okay. Tall guys don't like heels.
Because they don't like to be challenged.
They don't like to be challenged.
We've already given it up and been like, you know what? Be tall, queen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
and
thank
it has
you.
nothing to do with your size because we all know that height doesn't have anything to do with it. We all know it's the size of your ears.
Right.
I think that's real. And if you have bigger ears, you have a bigger genitalia, and also you're a better listener.
Well, I can't look at your ears because they're covered.
Yeah.
But I'm sure
and that's
they're
for
huge.
a reason. No, that's for a
They're
reason.
huge.
That's for a reason. Because on the way here is, where do you live? Where do you live? What are you doing later? And it's like, stop it. I mean, yes.
You never told me. I've been asking
chemistry.
you for 20 years. Speaking of ears, what does it mean on a woman? Because I have really tiny ears. Now, listen, my ears are so tiny that I'm going to get a little gross. First of all, they fill up.
Be medical.
Okay. They fill up with ear material.
Fluid.
Ear fluid.
Yeah. Do you flush them?
No. I just let a professional do it. I wait too long until I can't hear.
Right.
And everyone's like, Carmen, you're talking really loud. Your ears must be clogged.
Can I give you my analysis?
Yeah.
You're more likely to have a cesarean baby.
That means I'm just tinier down there.
It's you're tinier, but if you let it fill up and you just let nature take its course, then you're more likely to have a C-section. I'm a C-section baby.
You are? That explains so much. No, I was huge. I was almost.
That's why
10
I've been at
pounds.
this network so long. I won't.
Yeah.
I won't leave. I have to get cut out by Lewis, who. That's not a Puerto Rican joke.
It sounds.
I did look up what small ears means as far as personality
Thank
types.
you, Shannon.
Tell me.
It says small ears indicate respect, discipline, and affection. And if the lower part of the ear is thick, such people are likely to also be emotional.
I'm emotional. This side is longer than this side. Does that mean I'm more emotional on my left brain?
Long, narrow ears mean that you're shy and an introvert.
But what does it mean for in terms of a woman's birth canal? I think that's really what you're trying to get to.
I would say, if I have to say, that you're kind of right. I'm not going to explain my vagina to you.
Does your ear mimic your birth canal? Yes or no? Our fans demand the truth.
I've been told tight on both.
Okay.
Yes.
Tight ear, so you only hear what you want to hear, and you don't.
And I've never had a baby.
Yes.
So.
Wow, that's a selling point in this day and age.
Listen, and then this is the other thing that my boyfriend said. Tell me if men feel this way. Okay. He is obsessed with me explaining to him.
Is he obsessed or upset? There's a difference.
Obsessed.
Okay.
Obsessed.
Making sure for our fans.
With me explaining to him how the earwax gets removed from my ears.
Yeah.
Because he's like, that's so hot.
He loves it?
And I spoke to someone else and they said the same thing.
Would this turn you on if he took all of the wax from your ear, saved it, and made a wax statue of you with your own earwax?
If it was me,
would that touch you emotionally? And would you say, yes, I will marry you?
Only if it's a candle, yes.
Wow. No, it's a statue of you.
I just don't want it to smell.
It would not. Let's say he was able to make it smell like Gwyneth Paltrow's Vagige.
Okay, then I would say put it in your office because I don't want to see it.
You don't want to see a wax statue of yourself?
Not every day. No, it's not that it's of myself, it's that it's earwax.
Yeah. You're grossed out by your own earwax?
Do you want me to make you a statue of my boogers, of your boogers?
Okay, boogers is not the same thing as earwax. Earwax is artists can use that to booger thing is like you've just got into the gutter with our fans, and they probably have gone there with you. But earwax is actually something that an artist can use. It's a raw material that they can use.
My wax is very dry.
Yeah.
It would take a lot to make a figure out of it. I don't want it.
I was just saying it was a scenario.
I know.
It was a scenario. I was pitching it. You know, we're in show business.
Yeah,
we're in show business. I was pitching.
Yeah. You know what?
You would say no, though. You would say take it to TikTok.
I'd say thank you so much.
Right.
Put it in your office.
Okay. So you wouldn't be against him doing it.
No.
But it would be a gift for you, and if you're not going to appreciate it, then why am I going to go through the trouble?
But hold on a second. If I found the collection of earwax as he was building it, I would stop it right there.
Okay.
I was thinking it was a surprise. I thought you were like, surprised I've collected your earwax.
Yeah.
But if I know he's making it, no, stop. This is disgusting.
All right.
You have better
your real
hobbies.
feelings have come out.
Yeah.
That's why the show's an investigative show.
Yeah.
At first you were like, put it in your office, and I was like, what's the deal in my mind? I'm going, what's the deal with Carmen on this? And then I probed further and you were like, stop it completely.
Well, I had to think about it for a while.
Yeah.
Also, why spend so much time on a figure that's going to take years to make?
Yeah, this was the Roe versus Wade of earwax. Because you're very clear on where you
Now
stand.
I hate it. I hate it. I hate earwax. I can't hear for a long time. Mm-hmm. But he loves to hear the story about how it's pulled out because my ears are so tight.
Wow, there was a lot there was pulling out and then the ear being tight.
Yeah.
There was a lot of parallels for our fans who are aroused. They're very aroused. 43 minutes in. Let's go to actual plugs.
Okay.
I'm at Comic Mike V on all social media platforms. If you've been living under a rock, at Comic Mike V. Special out now. The Attractives, it's at 1.3 million. And it's also on the 800-pound gorilla page. Please watch it from beginning to end and share it with everyone you know. I'm very proud of it. I have a list of dates coming up. Shannon, could you pull them up? At Comic Mike V on all social media platforms. The YouTube premiere every Wednesday at 6 Please watch and comment and like. It helps the algorithm. We appreciate you guys showing up every week for the YouTube premiere. We're growing and growing just because I've been doing every podcast I possibly can to promote my special, and as a result, also this podcast. So watch the YouTube premiere every Wednesday at 6 p.m.
I'm sorry, Mike, your site isn't allowing me. I think it might be the internet, though. I'm going to check on my phone.
It's the World Wide Web.
Yes.
MikeVecchione.com for dates. I'll be at Levity Live June 8th, 9th, and 10th in upstate New York. It's Westchester County, Rockland. It's Levity Live in New York, upstate, June 8th, 9th, and 10th. That's the next immediate date. But I have a slew of dates that you can find, MikeVecchione.com. The special, my social media. Please continue to support your boy. I'm going on a podcast tour, which Carmen will soon be doing, to promote my special.
I got it.
I was just at Zany's. Shout out to Zany's in Chicago. Had a great weekend there, Memorial Day. Tough sell, but people came out. So thank you for coming out in Chicago. My joke in Chicago was that Al Capone had syphilis, and so do I. So it's a match made in heaven.
Good joke.
Well, that was the long and short of it. You had to be at the club because it really did well on stage.
Okay.
Levity Live, June 8th through 10th. Austin, Texas, I will be at the Creek and the Cave, June 16th and 17th for shows. And then Connecticut, June 21st, Space Cat Brewery. That's a Wednesday, I believe. And then Governors in Long Island, June 30th through July 1st, Friday and Saturday. Can't wait for that one. I love Governors. So check out future dates, MikeVecchione.com. You guys are the best. Carmen, plug away.
Carmen Lynch, at Carmen Comedian, all things social media. At Carmen Comedian has a bio with a link to the Comedy Cellar special, which is June 26th, 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock. Please come and bring your friends. Bring everyone you know who's not sensitive and offended by dumb, stupid, dark shit. Please. I love these jokes. These are jokes that I tried to get on TV, and they were like, nope, you can't say that. So these are my favorite, and I want these rooms full. And then, of course, if you are in Spain or near Spain, please come July 15th to Jamboree, where my parents met.
It's awesome.
Jamboree. And a lot of shows, carmenlynch.com/tour, and check it out. That's it.
Awesome. Go see Carmen June 26th at the Village Underground in New York. Shannon.
You can follow me on Instagram at ShannonLee6982. Listen to my podcast, The Thing Is, Ding. It's me and comic Mike Figs. We talk about bad dates, fighting, and ghosts. Wherever you listen to Mike Vecchione Investigates, you can also watch it live for free every single Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern at gasdigital.com/live. That's absolutely free. The best way to support the show is to go to gasdigital.com and use promo code MVI. You'll get a 1-week free trial, which gives you access to every single episode of the show we've ever done. If you listen on iTunes, YouTube, wherever else you listen, make sure to rate, review, comment, subscribe, tell a friend. Every little bit of interaction helps, and also keep weighing in on the air horns. Talk Mike into bringing
That's
the air
right.
horns back.
You're bringing it back. And everybody was pro air horn.
Yeah.
Everybody.
It's we should bring. Do you want to bring up for the second half of the episode? Not yet.
Yeah, I think we should do a fresh. Let's just do it fresh.
Okay.
But you guys are tilting it towards air horns. Everybody air horns. Everybody's pro air horn. I think the other people who didn't like it were they left the show and they couldn't handle it and they had to do a non-air horn podcast. Shannon, those are plugs. I have to give a shout out really fast. I have to give a shout out to I was in Chicago and then flew to Indiana to meet up with Katie's parents. They live on a farm in Dalesville, Indiana. So I spent Memorial Day after Chicago with Katie and her family in Dalesville, Indiana. Shout out to Jenny and Kevin Hannigan. I had the best time. And it was amazing. Farm life. And they're amazing people. And I had the most fun.
That sounds so relaxing.
Can I tell you, I was overwhelmed by the land. I kept saying that.
It sounds like there's no people, just animals and land.
Yes.
And how relaxing is that?
It was, the scene of it was just hard. When Katie said her parents live on a farm, it was like, okay, and you don't really get it until you get there. No, it's an actual farm. And the landscape as you're looking at it is just breathtaking. And so can I tell you a small story about it? And you could chime in,
please,
if you would like. it's just a different scene. Like in New York, we're doing show business, kind of like stuff. And then in Indiana, in Dalesville, it's about the farm. So you have different challenges in show business in New York and in LA, and then they have challenges there. One of the challenges, the neighbor, the tree was growing, and some of the branches were falling on their property, Hannigan's property. And it's like, control your tree. You know what I mean? It's like it's growing on your, and then it's falling, and it's like, well, do you want to cut down the tree? It's like, why should I have to cut down the tree? It's on your property, and it's affecting my land. It's a boundary issue, with farmers and because there's farms on both sides. And it's like, you really have to navigate those issues. And then I chimed in with my, my show business. I was like, well, maybe the tree needs Botox or something like that. Or maybe, the tree needs a better agent. Well, you don't have to cut it down. You know what I mean? That seems very final. So...
Wow, can I chime in?
Yes, go ahead.
Finally?
Yes.
Okay.
Feel free.
This happened in Spain a lot because my mom grew up on a mountain, and it's different from a farm.
Mountains are different than farms.
But there are
trees.
trees.
You need to clarify that for our fans who
There are trees.
think they're
Mountains
the same.
are different from farms.
Mountains are
Farms are flatland.
Okay, mountains are different from farms. In mountains, there's an elevation, which might be a tricky word for our fans who don't get it.
Like
high,
this.
high up,
Like
high,
this,
high.
yeah.
Not low, high. Farms are level, low.
Good.
Low.
Flat.
Flat.
Yeah.
We need simple terms.
Yeah.
Flat, mountain, big.
Big high.
Big high.
High elevated. Oh, too much. Okay.
Elevate is too high.
So some of the trees would go to the other person's over the gate. And it just feels wrong that the tree has to be punished for growing.
Right, because it's a living thing in and of itself.
It's a living thing, and he doesn't know where he's growing,
Yes.
or she,
Yes.
or they.
Yes.
You don't know, right? But they don't want their, and also it's a tree. Why wouldn't you allow a tree? A tree is not, it's not gangrene.
It's and this is the root word. I'm just realizing this now. We make discoveries on this podcast all the time. Tree is the root word to trespass.
Don't tree in my house.
Don't tree
me.
on my land.
Yeah.
Land is a big thing in Indiana, especially in Dalesville, which we stopped by the Splash Park, which is a big selling point for Dalesville.
Wait, you went to a splash park?
We just drove by the Splash Park, and it was like sprinklers and kids and hill folk just running around sprinklers.
Hill folk, do they like that term?
I'm not sure. I'm probably going to get some emails.
You're probably gonna get
some
something from her parents.
Handwritten letters.
Yeah.
I'm not calling her parents hill folk. I'm calling the
but
people.
But you're calling her their friends.
The people at the Splash Park. Don't corner me.
How do you know they're not their friends?
Do not count. Because we didn't say hi to anybody at the Splash Park. I think it's mandatory that you had to have a tattoo at the Splash Park because that's all I saw. Even the kids.
Yeah.
Anyway, we go back and then I had maybe. They made me the best breakfast I've ever had in my life. The best breakfast.
I want to guess.
It's unbelievable. And the ham was from a pig named Earl. And it was delicious. And the bacon, same pig. I was like, is this bacon from the same pig? And they go, yes. And it just tasted fantastic. Everything is like, farm fresh, homemade.
It's called From Farm to Table. Did you?
And that was actually farm to table. It wasn't a branding thing. It was actual, we were on the farm and we were eating from the table.
Did you taste any differences in flavor when it doesn't go through a supermarket? Did they handpick the eggs?
It was the best breakfast I've ever had. And biscuits. I don't make a habit of eating bread. The fans know. But these biscuits blew me away. I was almost going to not eat them, but the biscuits blew me away, and the gravy, and it was just
who did most of the cooking.
Katie's father did most of the cooking, but Jenny, Katie's mother, did some of it all. Did the gravy for the biscuits. So it was like a little thing called teamwork that they did. But I was blown away by how good the food was and the scenery, and it's like so much upkeep on a farm to be doing stuff. And they were explaining to me how much upkeep it is, and it's almost like I didn't even understand the level that you have to go to run a farm. It is such hard work, and they do it in their spare time.
So how many animals do they have?
Just 2 dogs. There's no animals. There was no animals.
They don't
on
milk
the farm.
cows or anything.
No.
Okay.
That's too much. I think that's too much upkeep. But just the land itself, like they have a barn and just the fields, the acres I believe is the terms. There's like
That
so
is
many
that is the
acres,
term, yeah.
and it's soy. It's like the crop was soybeans.
So they have crops.
Soybeans.
They have crops.
They have crops,
That's
and it
a
wasn't
big deal.
It's huge. It was a huge amount of land.
Do they have a scarecrow?
They don't. They don't.
Okay.
But I could. You want me to pitch that? I don't know if farmers.
I think it'd be a good idea.
But I could say my friend from show business, Carmen Lynch, would
who has
like
a special. Add everything to.
Yeah, I will add everything to it. But she's pitching a scarecrow.
Okay.
But what about that tree? Like, it just goes to show you that everybody has their challenges. We have our challenges. Like, why am I not booked on this? Why am I not booked on that? And they're like, they have their challenges. Like, a tree should not be on my property, and then I have to work it out with another.
It's all
like
control.
If we have the same joke.
Yeah.
Like, we have to, like, figure it out. And, like, what's your joke? What's my joke? Who's going to stop doing it? Who's going to tweak it? And it's the same thing with a tree on the land.
But it's different because in our situation, we're not punishing the joke.
Right.
And in that situation, they're punishing an innocent tree by chopping down the branch. A lot of times on the mountain, when they don't like the branches on the tree, they just cut the branches off until, like, to match the edge of the gate.
Right.
That's mean. You're hurting the tree.
You're hurting the tree.
I don't like that.
Well, the tree had to get cut down.
Oh my God!
Yes, it got cut down, and it was a very old tree.
Yeah.
It was very old, and you could tell by the rings. But the tree had to get cut down. It was being too much of a nuisance. And guess what? The tree was used for wood, and the wood is now in the barn.
You know what that represents too? Old people, because you know how they say old people are a pain. Throw them in the nursing home.
Yeah,
an old tree. Just get rid of it.
Well, I think that the fact that old people aren't being recycled for fuel. Or maybe they are.
You don't know that.
I don't know that either. Some of these nursing homes are very.
You can't say that. There's always.
But the fact of use the entire buffalo, the old Native American thing.
Yeah.
It's like the tree has to come down. The tree did come down, and now it's being used as firewood.
Did you hang out in the room with on the fireplace, like when the fire was made?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't cold enough for us to have a fire. But I'm going to go back in August. And I'm in love with their farm. It's just
I thought you were their father, but because he did all the cooking
with both of them, actually.
Do you see yourself,
Jenny and Kevin? Shout out.
Do you see yourself serious question now? Do you?
I'm going to cut you off.
What?
Because I can't control my emotions.
Long ears.
My fantasy is to live on a farm. I said that out loud.
Okay.
My fantasy is to live on a farm, but I can't do any of the. I don't know how to do any of the work. I don't want to do any of the work. I just want to live on a farm. But I enjoy the scenery. But they work so hard with the upkeep and whatnot. I would never be able to do that. But plus the fact that they're talking about stuff that they're doing, and it's just very high level. I mean, farmers are basically scientists now. So I would never be able to do any of that, and I don't claim to, but I just enjoy the scenery of it.
Well, then
Did you feel the same way about the mountain?
Oh, I love the mountain.
Yeah.
I go all the time. That's where it was my grandmother's house.
Your grandmother lives on a mountain?
She lived.
Right.
She died a long time ago.
Right.
But the air is fresher.
Yeah.
And there's hiking, and there's all kinds of fun stuff.
Wow. I mean, you have to hike. You go for a walk, you're hiking by definition.
Yeah. And then there's always like a random berry or something.
Yes.
I mean, you don't know if it's poisonous, but they're pretty to look at.
That's the other thing. It's, in New York, you have to worry about crime and whatever, but on the farm, you have to worry about poison ivy. And, and the big thing about poison ivy is you don't know, like they know, but I don't know how to identify.
Who's they?
They, Jenny and Kevin, know what poison ivy looks like.
Yeah.
I do not.
Yeah. You know what happened to me once on this mountain?
Right.
I lost a tennis ball because there's like an old tennis court. And I lost the ball and I stuck my hand, don't do this, in like shrubs. Wasps.
Oh my God.
Wasps all over. Spanish wasps.
Spanish
mountain wasps. Spanish mountain wasps. Say that fast. It's
Spanish
hard.
mountain wasps.
Yeah.
Spanish mountain wasps. Spanish mountain
Can't
wasps.
do it. You said wops.
Oh, wow, that's an ethnic slur on myself.
Yeah. So
fun for the fans. They love it when I trip they
I keep
trip
looking
up.
at your
But you
camera.
challenged me to do it, and I did it, and now it's like a
and
slur.
you messed up. Yeah.
Well, it's a slur. You've lured me into a slur, much the way the wasps lured you.
You got it wrong again, I think.
Wasps.
Anyway, I had bumps all over my body.
Yeah.
And I had to be taken down the mountain to have some kind of relief because they were just growing so much.
But there's no mountain doctors?
There's mountain. No, not in the mountain. You got to go down the mountain.
You got to go down the mountain.
Down the mountain. And he was
What
like,
about round the mountain? That's a song.
no, you can't.
She'll be
Well, you got to
coming
go
round the
to
mountain.
get right, but to get down the mountain, you got to go round the mountain. 'Cause
Oh,
you can't
okay.
go straight down.
No.
You're gonna fucking your brakes aren't gonna work. You're gonna die. You got to
What
go
about an
round.
elevator?
No elevators. No, nothing.
They call it a
It's an
lift.
old mountain. It's
I think
Spain.
in Britain.
It's Spain. They don't. They're I don't want to say they're slower, but they don't have as whatever. I'm not gonna.
Did
say
you
it.
just slam Spain?
I did. Hi everybody. I love paella. Okay, so I went down to the bottom of the mountain.
Yeah.
And
To get medical care
to
for
get
the
medical
wasp
care,
stings.
and he's like, "We need to give you an injection because these are growing. These bulges,
Mm-hmm.
they're swollen." And he goes like this. I know your fans can't see it. You can explain it to them. I thought this meant ass.
Yeah.
I pulled my pants down, Mike. I'm not kidding.
Yeah, you did.
I swear to God.
you did.
He went to my lower with my ass hanging
Right.
out. He shot me right at the lower back. I did not have to pull my pants down.
You got naked for no reason.
I got naked for no reason. It was so humiliating.
Hilarious.
This was 10 years ago. And
how long did you guys date for after?
oh my God. What a romantic story if that
That's
were true.
really would top your parents'
That's
story of 4 dates and meeting.
Better than translation of love.
Yes.
Pants down meeting. What would it be called? No need to pull them down.
No, keep it in your pants.
Keep it in your pants.
I think we just named the episode.
Or the wasps of love.
Yes.
The wasps of love.
Um,
Do you know that still haunts me after 10 years that I pulled my pants down?
I think that is great.
That is when you immediately go, I am the dumbest American ever, and I don't want to speak your language because I don't even.
I'm not going to let you beat
What?
up on yourself.
Why?
You didn't know, and you were willing to be vulnerable in that moment. You really trust doctors more than most
I
people.
do. My mom's a nurse.
Oh my God.
I could tell her anything. Anyway, I
What
had
was
to
the
go
copay?
back.
Flowers?
A date.
Okay. it was
So
a
the
date.
next day,
Yeah.
it was so bad. I had to go back down the mountain for more injections. And I'm like, if I
Yeah,
see
you
that, I
did.
swear, more injections. If I see that man again,
Yeah.
I'm going to be so embarrassed. It was another
Was he
man.
handsome?
The first, the butt one was.
The one where you pull your
Yeah,
pants
the
down? Did that-
second one.
Be honest. Did it have anything to do with it? Pulling down your pants?
No, but
sure?
but his reaction was super cute because he
Yeah.
had to stay professional.
Yeah.
And he was like, and he didn't even say, this is the part, he didn't say, pull your pants up. I meant your back because he couldn't speak English. I don't know if he didn't think I could speak Spanish.
Right.
But he just gave me the injection with my ass out.
But did he pull his pants down to make you, you feel like you weren't alone?
Oh, that's
And
so
like we're
nice.
both have our pants down,
Oh
and it's
my
like, what are we
God.
doing here? It's like,
But the next day, when the other doctor did it,
yeah.
I'm not stupid. Kept my pants on.
Oh my God, you do learn your lesson,
And I know I felt like it's a small town at the bottom of the mountain.
right?
And I'm
Do you
like,
think
oh my
we're-
God, does everyone know?
Yeah.
Because everyone in that town knows my mom and her family.
Right.
So I'm like, if I go to the ice cream store, are they going to be like, there's ass girl?
Right.
You don't know that. We don't know that.
How do you say that? What's your mom's name?
Montserrat. The whole thing is Montserrat.
Montserrat.
Yeah.
Montserrat's daughter's. How do you say loose in Spanish?
Suelta.
Suada.
Suelta.
Suata. Oh my God, that was a great. I mean, I went off on the farm how much I loved it, but
Yeah.
nothing like that happened.
That's hotter
In the-
than
in
the
the
Turkish
barn.
bath, probably.
That is a great story.
Well, it's crazy.
I mean, the way that almost tops the way that your parents met.
It might.
It really does.
Yeah.
you
Well,
know?
it's a romantic story. Too bad.
If you would have met if you would have hooked up with a doctor, and then you guys would have got married.
That's a beautiful
Oh
story.
my God.
Yeah.
Carmen, do you think it was the same thing in the Turkish bathhouse where you misinterpreted what they were saying and you didn't actually have to get naked?
No, because they spoke English. And that hotel spoke English. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they spoke words of English.
They spoke words. Yeah. This little hospital in the small town didn't speak English. And I was in so much pain that I remember I looked at my sister and I'm like, she speaks way better than I do because she lives in Spain.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, you need to come and just speak for me because I can't. I'm going to hit someone. I'm in so much fucking pain right now.
Right. Because the Spanish wasps are...
they're passionate. They're angry. They're full of like...
Oh, my God. They were salsaing around your body. That's Brazilian. Okay, but it's the closest thing I had to reach for. Shout out to Jenny and Kevin Hannigan on the farm in Dalesville. I had the best time ever, and I can't wait to go back. I'm doing the helium there in August, and I can't wait to go back. I was treated they treated me unbelievably well, and
what if that was only for the first time? And what if the second time they're like, you've been here?
I expected to be put to work.
Yeah.
You know? But they spared me that, and it's so quiet. And like I said, it's like a postcard. It's like the scene is like beautiful. And it's just unbelievable, the whole thing. And on the way to the airport, they treated us to Cracker Barrel.
Wow. Is that good or bad?
Cracker Barrel's amazing.
Yeah.
It didn't compare to their food.
Yeah.
Their food was the best I've ever had.
I mean, I've been to Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel is pretty good though. But I mean, that just goes to show you comparison wise. It's like their food was so good. Cracker Barrel was good, but just coming off eating their food, it was like Cracker Barrel was still, it's still good, but nowhere near the level of Jenny and Kevin.
Do you hang out in the little little gift shop area of Cracker Barrel before you eat?
My joke is I like to go to Cracker Barrel because I want to get high cholesterol, but also impulse buy a rocking chair.
I love those rocking chairs. Thank you.
Or a nightgown. Yeah. There's all kinds of. It's very eclectic, which is a word our fans are stumbling on. An hour 6. We didn't even get to any news stories to investigate because we were so busy investigating.
Wasps,
your life, you're special. I think we got it in the can.
I think
Shannon.
We did. Please tell them.
There's no need to beat a dead horse, which is that's a farm expression. I'm just coming off the farm.
Yeah, you're so moving soon. I see you there in like 3 years.
Everything's on Zoom anyway. Why couldn't I just do it? Yeah. We'll turn the farm into a studio. We'll podcast. Me and Katie can podcast and bring in different. It's a long time to get to the thing. Can I say something else? I went for a run on the road. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to run on the road. I was just going to run around the farm, which is a long way. It's a lot of acres. And they were like, no, you have to run on the road because the soil is uneven and you'll sprain your ankle. So I go, yeah, but what about cars? They go, there's no cars.
Oh my God.
There's no cars. And if there is a car, it's like you just go to the side for a second and then get back on. And I almost got lost on the same road.
I bet there's no Wi-Fi. Like is there coverage?
Yes.
Can you find your way back?
There is Wi-Fi. I could not find my way back because I ran past the house and it was in my head because in my head when I'm running, it's a Rocky movie going on.
Yeah.
And I ran past the house and I wasn't paying attention and I was like, this is going to be super embarrassing if I get lost on the same road. Because if the landmark, there's nothing else. If you miss a landmark, there's nothing else for a long time.
Yeah.
So the next house and barn and stable and all that stuff is far. So if you make a mistake, you're going to spend 15 minutes running the other way.
So do they have friends when they want to hang out? Do they know their neighbors?
Yeah, they know their neighbors.
Okay.
And they have friends come over, but everything is very spread out, but they do deal that tree thing is real. It's like on the other side and then on the other side. On one side and on the other side.
What about wild animals? Because sometimes when I run in places I don't know, I'm afraid I'm going to run into something.
Started on the coyotes.
Yeah.
Because the coyotes, thank God that I've never been so happy to see fence, like a fence.
Yeah.
Because it keeps, they have a pool and land, and
you really hit it big.
It keeps the predators at bay, but at night, they come out at night during the day. Yeah. But the coyotes can lure, I learned this, they can lure a dog. They can just how one, and then a dog goes out to investigate it or to confront, because the dog's protector. And then a bunch of coyotes surround the dog and then kill it.
They are.
The food chain is crazy.
No, but they are probably the worst animal on this planet. The
coyotes.
The coyotes. Because
possums are no picnic either.
Do you follow Something Is Metal, Nature is Metal on Instagram?
No.
And it's just animals attacking each other. It feels really good to watch that when you're angry because you don't want to kill people, but animals, it's a normal thing for them to kill each other. And coyotes will eat like an alive ant. They'll just eat its stomach, and it's like, and it's still, and they don't care. They're mean.
Was that your sheep impression?
It was a deer. But
it was a deer.
It was a
Sorry,
deer.
I thought that your sheep sounds like a deer. Just remember that for the special.
Okay, well I'm going to take that joke out.
Okay, take it out.
But listen, that is scary at night because I remember when I was even during the day.
I kept asking her father for like, where do you keep your gun? Where do you keep your gun? Because that's where you need a gun.
Yes.
Yeah, you need a gun there.
How many guns do they have?
No.
Oh, okay.
He didn't make a big deal of the gun, so I think that they have them because they need them, but they're not like gun enthusiasts or anything like that. But it's like, oh my God, it's crazy. It's crazy. The coyotes and the other predator animals that are there just waiting.
Or scorpions, maybe.
Scorpions.
Yeah.
Tarantulas.
Wasps. Wasps.
And then there's the little insects that get into the wood and rot it out. Ants, carpenter ants.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm saying that right. Maybe I just made, but they can ruin wood.
Yeah.
It's like there's so much to think about.
It doesn't sound like you're ready for the farm now.
No, I'm ready.
I don't know.
No, I was overwhelmed by all kinds of, not overwhelmed, but I was given all kinds of information. It's like I'm processing it, but I don't think I could function and I could be like a hand maybe. Someone's telling me what to do, like her father who knows what's going on and mother, but like me on my own, I mean, forget about it. I just enjoy the scenery of it.
Yeah, you're going to have to hire help. You're going to have to be able to afford help in the house.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
so
it's like your mountain to my farming experience. Mm-hmm. So, all right.
I think that really covered.
It did cover it.
Yeah.
But if I had to go to a doctor the next time, no matter what I'm there for, pulling my pants down.
Pull your pants down. Yeah. Just look at their face when you do it. If you do it on purpose, because they want to laugh.
Yeah.
Because he's like, God, you're dumb.
But I'm going to do it if we both speak English. I just go, all right, check your blood pressure. It's like my pants are down. I'm just going to bend over and face the window.
You're like pressure in my ass?
No, I'm just going to do it and with no miscommunication and just be like, let's go.
Next COVID test, just pull your pants down.
That's solid.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I can't thank you enough for being here.
Thank you.
June 26th, go to the Village Underground and watch Carmen kill. Carmen Kills? Could that be the name of it?
Carmen Kills. That's not it.
No. But she is so funny, and she's one of the best. June 26th, go to the Village Underground and support your girl.
Thank you.
For Shannon, for Carmen, I'm Mike Vecchione. We will see you guys next week. Guys, thank you for listening to Mike Vecchione Investigates. And if you go to gasdigitalnetwork.com and use promo code MBI, you will get 1 week free. That's gasdigitalnetwork.com. Promo code MBI, you will get 1 week free. Thank you again for listening to Mike Vecchione Investigates on the Gas Digital Network.